The gilding. Well, the gilding is really interesting because I was invited to participate in an exhibition curated by a colleague of mine that was going to Central St Martin's in London, and she explained what all the other artists were doing, and they were all making videos and digital work, and I said, well, why are you asking me? My work's completely irrelevant. But it was an exhibition called Transcentric, so it was about Melbourne and London, and it was about global cities. And so she said, no, do something. I said, all right. And I have always had a fascination for illuminated manuscripts, and being Italian, well, I just love gold, of course. So I researched the whole process of gilding, which it's really hard to get any information, and anyone who knows anything about it is fairly tight-lipped. Anyway, I bought 23 karat gold foil and taught myself to do it, and made a huge work on paper that's now which is now in the RMIT collection, RMIT Gallery collection.
Took quite the task. First time using it.
I know, but then because it took 6 months to make, and because transporting these works, which I'd framed in clear perspex boxes, was going to cost a bomb, the curator said, well, I can't send these works. So I said, good, because I don't want you to send them. I want to keep them. So I very quickly made another piece, which that was fine. But then I got hooked on this process. Unfortunately, I can no longer afford pure gold. It has trebled in price since I first started using it. So I've used the metallic foil. But the actual gold foil, the process is that you apply a ceramic base to whatever substrate you're using, and then you sand the hell out of it until it gleams, and then you apply glue, and then you apply the gold leaf. Not being experienced in the application of gold leaf meant that if you took a breath at the wrong time, or if your studio had a little tiny gap somewhere, which it did, then this thing would just float up and then go plonk. It was like, oh, that's not where I wanted it.
You have to start again.
You have to start again.
Oh,
so I ended up sealing myself into my studio. All the doors ended up with masking tape around them, and so once I had to finish. Yeah, but then I had to slice, the part where the door was to go out. And then, anyway, but I got quite hooked on the process, and then I found this. It's an imitation. It's aluminium, copper and zinc, I think, and similarly fine foil, but it's not as transparent as the actual gold itself.
How long has this taken you?
This took forever, But if there's one thing I'm happy doing, is just being really focused and doing what the work sort of demands, the amount of time it takes, the kinds of materials it takes. I don't mind. I'll do it in order to get, what I consider to be the best finish and the best possible surface quality. So the surface quality is one thing, and then the composition is another thing that come together if the work is successful.